What's up, guys? I'm Improv, and this is my Ironman. I have no special restrictions and just plan to play the game my own way and show that even if you don't have all day to play, you can still achieve great things. This is Casually Maxing. I decided that it was time that we started training some Slayer, so one of our first tasks we got was Dagonoth, and we did end up getting to 45 Slayer off this task, so that was pretty cool. All right, we just finished our Dagonoth task. We're gonna go get a new one. I decided that I'm gonna do Shealder for now in Xanaris, just so I can choose where to do my task. It's a little more convenient, I think. All right, our next task is to kill Banshees. So I do think I'm gonna mage these just because it's a very easy task to mage. We've actually been farming cash from this task, so it's been pretty good to get magic XP as well. So when we run out of these runes here, we'll probably put this money that we've gotten here back into getting some chaos runes so we can continue doing this. All right, so we are at the mage shop. We still have 37 more twisted banshees to kill, but like I said, we're killing them with magic because we want to get to 70. We are almost 68. So all the money that we made there, we are going to put back into magic. So we do want to make sure we have enough air runes here. We aren't going to end up with as many chaos runes as I thought, but you know, we'll take what we can get. We'll see where this gets us. So after killing about what? Let me check. 126 of these, we ended up getting about 120k or so, which is pretty good. Pretty good. A lot of alchables, some rune med helms, some rune full helms. Value wise. Nice. We get 1,000 plus chaos runes. That's actually really good. At the very least, we'll get through this task, and this can go towards some other tasks as well. But like I said before, I'm really only maging the tasks that are safe spottable and have a lot of health, just so I can kind of AFK. We are going to go get a new one from Shealder in Xanaris, because again, I feel like Konar isn't that great as far as locations, and the Brimstone keys, I mean, they're useful, but not as much. All right, our next task is Pyre Fiends. Okay. At this point, I decided to kill Pyre Fiends on the Isle of Souls, which is the Soul Wars island. It's basically just the easiest spot to get to, and there's a fairy ring right next to them, but that ended up being a super quick task. All right, there's the Pyre Fiend task completed. Let's go see what our new task will be. The next task I ended up getting was Cave Crawlers. While this is a very quick and easy task, you don't get much XP from it, but we'll take quick and easy. All right, next task we got are Greater Demons. Kind of a god tier task because we can do magic there. So we're gonna buy a bunch of runes and hopefully get 70 off this task. So that's actually very exciting. We'll just do it in the Chasm of Fire on Zia. There's 50 Slayer. Only 8 more levels until we can go for a Black Mask. 10th task at Konar just for a little bit more points, but honestly, I don't think it's worth it. I'll just do it at like the 50th and the 100th task or something. Her tasks are just so bad comparatively and take so long for no reason. All right, I decided we're at the point in the account where we need to get our farming to at least 45 so we can unlock easy contracts in the farming guild. That way we can actually start getting a decent amount of herb seeds. I know originally I had said I was just going to do Master Farmer for herb seeds, but after doing it, you actually fail a decent amount, even at 70 thieving. So I know in the future it'll probably be more worth it to do that, but for now I'm just going to do a little bit of Tithe Farm, get to 45, and then do some easy contracts. I would do this all the way up to 65 because I know medium contracts are just so much better. However, I'm still waiting for the quality of life. I think it was Pulse 79 or 78. The Tithe Farm updates, I'm still waiting for. So I don't know. I hope those are coming soon, but I don't know when exactly those are coming. But this mini game is pretty nice. You can get some pretty nice rewards. They added herb sack to here, I think last year, a couple years ago, which is pretty cool. And then seed box as well. So when that new update comes through, I'm going to probably grind out both of those here. Hopefully it comes through sooner rather than later because herb sack is going to be something that is nice to have, but we shall see. But for now, I think I'm only going to have to do one full run of this, and it should very easily get me to 45. So let's get that done. All right, there's 44 farming. It has just come to my attention that tomorrow the new Tithe farm update is coming out. So we are going to stop here. I did want to get to 45, but we'll get a lot higher tomorrow, maybe 65 during the new update. So we're not going to sweat it. All right, there is 63 agility. We can go continue our Slayer grind now. Only a couple more trips. And almost 70 strength. There's 51 Slayer. Only 7 more levels to go, and we can start hunting for a black mask. Actually, I think I will end up doing this entire task. While it is slow, it's actually, like, it's super chill and just free XP, so I don't see a reason not to. But I am going to need some rune item drops ASAP. I need to fund these runes now. 26k to 70 magic. I'll definitely get that today. And then hopefully start Wilderness Slayer later tonight or tomorrow. One of the two. Charter. Or Serum. Yeah, I'm getting robbed 1k. Nice, bro. Actually just got robbed. Blind. Holy. Hopefully. I didn't even bring the clue. What is wrong with me? This is the worst speed run in the history of speedruns. What clue of the account? I believe. Where's the collection log? Collection log. Boom. Clues. Hard. 0. This is the first hard clue that we're about to complete. First hard clue of the account. And we get Black Diod Body, which is sick. If that was a magic short bow, this would have been the most insane clue. But I guess we'll take a magic longbow. That's not bad. I'll take the Black Diod top. This is what I get for AFKing. I deserve this. And there is 70 magic. Finally. Alright, we still have about 20 black demons to kill, but we'll just come back and do those. Right now I want to go check out the new Tithe farm update. So we're sitting at almost 71 magic and almost 53 Slayer. Alright, we very conveniently have our house here in Hosidius, so it is very close to the Tithe farm minigame. So we're going to run over, check out what some of the new changes are, and then we're actually going to do the minigame. I know there were a lot of changes to the shop, so we're going to see exactly what those are. Right now we're sitting at 44 farming. At the very least, I want to get to 65 while I'm here. That way we can do medium contracts at the farming guild, but we shall see. So, one of the first big changes is herb boxes. 30 points, I don't know that that's necessarily worth it for 10 herbs. I guess it depends on how lucky you get on the herbs, but that is cool, and it is something that ironmen can buy, so that makes that kind of nice. And then there is the grape seeds, which makes this a very easy method of getting grapes for wine. You just head north up here to the farming patch for grapes at the vinery, and that's where you can plant those. And there is also, I believe, to unlock Beloga's Blessing, you actually have to talk to Beloga up here. Have her tell you about herself. So if you don't have the Beloga's Blessing unlocked, then this is how you do it. It would be 75k and 50 prayer to unlock it. But basically what that does is it allows you to turn those grapes into, I believe, grapes of Zamorak. And that becomes the best method of getting wines of Zamorak. So those are the big changes there. If you've never done this mini game, you can get a seed box from here, you can get an herb sack from here, you can get Gricoler's can here, but I don't know if that's really worth it. I guess if you have a bunch of extra points, and then you can get the full farmer's outfit, which is obviously for farming XP. Now, one of the big changes here is this minigame is now going to be instanced, which is kind of nice, but also previously you could only take 100 seeds. Now you can take up to 10,000 if you plan on being there for a while. I'm just going to take 1,000 for now because I believe that is what I need to get seed box unlocked, so we'll be good there. So to start the minigame, we're obviously going to need a seed dibber, a spade, and that is pretty much it. The method I like to do is I like to plant 20 at a time. So it does require you to use 8 watering cans. So if you want to copy this setup and do this, if you're not familiar with how to do the minigame, then feel free to do that. And I will show you a quick run here. This is Agricole's fertilizer. You do not want to use this. Basically, it speeds up how fast the plants grow, which in theory sounds great, but for this minigame is not very good. So basically how I like to start is I like to plant the seed, use watering can, and then go up top, do it again. When you actually take a walk in between, it does cancel a little bit of an animation, which is nice. And then also you can click to water. However, it does take a little bit longer than just using the watering can on the plant itself. Sometimes I do though, because honestly, doing 20 at a time isn't super sweaty. It's not super insane. So you have a little bit of extra downtime. You don't have to worry about the plants overgrowing or dying on you. But this is the method I always do. Some people who go really crazy do 25 seeds at a time, which in theory again sounds great, but you have to be very, very focused to do 25 at a time. Unless I just don't know the proper method to do it. But with this, I can still kind of watch stuff on the side, and you know, I can alt tab if I ever need to while during a seed run without having to worry about it. But then you run up here, do these 4 here, and then it gets even easier. So once you have the initial 20 seeds down, this minigame actually becomes very, very AFK, honestly. You just kind of look and click. I do recommend, if you have full graceful, to use that. If you don't, then just use some pieces if you can. You definitely want to have some run energy. Or if you have staminas, I guess that could be nice too. But then you just go back to the beginning, water them all. Again, you can either click directly on the plant, or if you want to go a little bit faster, skip the animations, you can click the watering can and then click the plant. But that's pretty much the mini game. It's really not too bad. It can get a little bit boring, but when you think about the rewards and everything you can get, it actually makes up for it. Recently, I think last year or the year before, they added the ability to get the herb sack here, which is kind of cool. So you don't have to only boost Slayer points. In the past, you can only get a seed box here, which seed box is helpful. It's not necessary by any means, but I do like having it just to keep my my seeds that I'm going to use for farm runs directly in there. So I really only have to grab one thing when I do farm runs. So that's a nice feature there. Basically, you'll go through 3 cycles of these, and on your last watering can, if you are only carrying 8 watering cans, you will have 4 uses left over. That basically means that you did water everything. Also, I am using a RuneLite plugin. I don't know exactly how big of a difference it makes, but if you want to use the same plugin that I'm using, it's called Tithe Farm Improved. I will write that up on the screen for you there. I'm using that. I think that does help with knowing which ones are watered, which ones are not, and which ones are ready to be harvested. So yeah, get that. Probably help out a little bit. But at the end of the cycle, you just harvest all of the plants. Pretty simple. If you're ahead of it, you'll see that things still are not quite fully grown, which is nice. It means that you'll get to them all quick enough within a timely manner. So yeah, on this run, I end up with about 20 fruits, and I'll show you guys what the other big change was. So previously you can only get 100 seeds at a time. That wasn't too big of an issue. That was fine. But your points would actually not start going up until after your 74th. I believe it was 74th or 76th, one of the two. After your 74th fruit was put into the sack. Meaning, after 100 seeds, you would have about 24 points. One of the big changes here is, I believe, every 3 fruits, you actually get a point now, which means you're just getting more frequent points. And after 100 fruits, you get a bonus 2 points. That means before, when you were only getting 24 or 26 points, now you should end up with, what, 35 points per 100 fruits? And that also means on this one here, we'll end up with, what, 6 points, I believe? 32 points. Okay, my math is off. Huh? Alright, yeah, so you get 1 point for every 3. So on that batch I turned in, I got 6, which I already had 26 points, which is why I was very, very confused. But yeah, so you get points more frequently now, and you get bonuses as well, which is very nice. Now I did read that if you turn in fruits over 100, so at 100 you get bonus XP and you get bonus points. If you turn in more than 100 at a time, it will only calculate it like it has done 100. So it might make sense if you are looking for the bonus XP and the couple bonus points to just turn in 100 fruits at a time. And don't go over that. But yeah, that's basically it for the minigame. Let's go after this run, buy an herb sack or an herb box and see what kind of herbs we get. There's 45 farming, and it does look like per 20 you get about 7 points. So that's good to know. All right, we are going to buy one of the herb boxes just to kind of see what kind of luck we get out of these, to see if it's really worth it, because I don't know that it's worth it, but it might be. Let's see. The first one, Marentil, Taroman, Marentil, Guam, Marentil, Guam, Irit, Ranar, Taroman. This is definitely, in my opinion, not worth the time. So if you think about it, if you're getting 7 points each run of 20, that means you're looking at 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 5 runs, which is a full 100. That is not worth it for the potential to get basically an Irit and a Ranar. That herb boxes definitely are not worth it, unless, like I said, you just have so much excess points from doing this minigame for ridiculous amounts of time. It definitely just is not worth it. But altogether, for farming XP from lower levels to at least 65 or even 85, I think Tithe Farm is great, and I think a lot of these changes, especially the ones to the Belogus Blessing and the Grape Seeds, is definitely worth it. The point changes are phenomenal as well, so that'll make it a lot easier for people to get seed boxes and herb sacks. Overall, I think that the new minigame is definitely a big W. But hey, let me know what you guys think in the comments about the new minigame and what you think of it.